Hi guys, so this is my second video where I'm going to tell about my interest and what I would like to upload on this channel. My interest has till now been more on the brain work rather on the physical work. So sports and all interest me a little less than maybe like maths problem or learning something new does. Those interest me more than the sports work. So my interest till now, like I have been into language learning, been into learning into many fields of occult sciences, learned about healing, some philosophical books, into spirituality, religion, etc. As I have told before, I am not an expert, but yeah, I guess we all keep learning what we have to learn in this life and continue on. And I like to share whatever I learn. So, in today's video, I will be talking about one of those interests, which is language learning for me. I am a multilingual. I'm a multilingual, so since childhood, my native is Kerala, so my mother tongue is Malayalam, and I'm born and brought up in Gujarat, which has the native language Gujarati. Hindi is an accepted national language, so more or less you are taught Hindi in our schools. India is like, if you can consider India as a Europe, and the different states of India is like different countries of Europe, where each state has its own language. So just like I have mentioned before, I have been in contact with Malayalam, Gujarati, and English from my childhood. English, being in an English medium school, was a necessity. So, four languages are something I have been learning since my childhood, and I have gotten more or less used to it. I'm good at all these four languages in terms of speaking and understanding. Next, I learned Telugu. It was I saw one of the Allu Arjun movies and I got so impressed. I wanted to see that movie in original and I learned that language. So from there, I came to know that I might have a knack in learning languages. If not a knack, then at least an interest, because it has happened that I learned Telugu within 4 months. At least in a good speakable way, I learned Telugu within 4 months. But since 10 to 12 years I have been trying, not 10 to 12, probably more than 15 years right now I have been trying, but no luck. I have not been able to speak much of Tamil till now, although I can understand much better, but speaking Tamil has been a bit of a problem for me. So but after that I started learning various languages, some Indian, some foreign. So my interest is to maybe know 10 Indian languages and 10 foreign languages. Indian languages right now my target are Hindi, Gujarati, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Punjabi, Bengali, Odia, Marathi. So these are my 10 preferred languages to learn. And in foreign languages, I have French, Italian, Spanish, German, Portuguese, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Russian, Turkish, Arabic. For now, these are my target languages. Of course, I forgot Russian also, Russian and Ukrainian. So yeah, more than 10 languages I have in my target as a target foreign languages that I would want to learn. So coming back to learning languages, if it's a very some tips that I would like to share on the language learning. If it's a necessity for you, necessity is the mother of all inventions, so you will by default learn any language that you want. Else you need to have a interest, like I had the interest of learning Telugu for watching movies in the original language, to know the original jokes. So if you are in have heavy high interest like that, you will be easily be able to learn the languages. But whatever, your efforts are required. Unless you are very skilled, maybe you will learn quickly, but for whichever language you pick up, your efforts constant and continuous efforts is definitely going to be required. Normally, the languages are graded as 6 levels in for accepted internationally: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. A1 and A2 are beginners, B1, B2 is intermediate, C1 and C2 is advanced level. Beginners is the easiest way. A1 and E2 you can reach very fast, but it's at the B1 and B2 stage where your progress is slow. It seems you have taken a long time and still no progress has happened. That is where you have to keep continuing if you want to reach to the advanced level. Or if you're okay, then fine, good, you can leave it at B1, B2 and still be good enough in languages. Languages have four aspects, which is speaking, understanding, reading, writing. To be good in a language means to be good in all four of these aspects. And to know or learn a language, it is better that you know where your strength lies and apply that, rather than just randomly following trends and doing this and that. For example, I, after 15 years of reading only the English alphabets, my mind can read English alphabets easily. So for me, reading French, Spanish, German, etc. is easier than reading even Hindi or Gujarati, which I have learned in my school days, because my mind has gotten back on reading it. So for me, English alphabets are easier. So you need to know which are your strengths, whether is it listening, is it speaking, is it reading or writing, and based on that you pick up ways to learn your language. As I said, for me, reading is not so good. So for me to learn, I actually listen and learn. Which is why understanding a language comes easily for me. Then it is the second level of speaking the languages. The day when you can think in your target language means you have reached a great level, and probably it is easier for you to even speak out, because your mind can make sentences without having to translate it into your native language. So that is where I have been practicing in whenever I am learning languages. Yeah, so reading is not the preferred method for me, reading stories and all, even though I learned English much better in that way. For other languages, that is not the first preferred method. First would be all for me listening, and then starting to speak. Then I would like to read, and then fourth is the writing category. As I said, since I know English languages, Italian, Spanish, French, and all are easier for me. Indian languages are much tougher because each language has its own writing system also. So for me, those are a little on the tougher side, at least in the terms of reading and learning. But yeah, I my target is to like read novel in all of the languages that I'm learning, so that at a moderate good speed. That is more than enough for me right now. Uh, right now, I am thinking of coming back to my language learning uh, with French, since French is a language I have been working on for more than a year, but that was 5 years ago. But since French is the language I have been working on, even though Italian and Spanish are much easier for any native English native speakers, my mind thinks first in French than in Spanish and Italian. So I'll keep you posted on my French journey. That's it for now. Thank you and bye bye.